My manager was fired for appreciating his workers. Y'all, I am crying. I work at a place that's a large arena facility of sorts. We have 3 rinks, 4 courts, 4 outside courts, 3 tracks, and so on. My manager is the sweetest person ever and is perhaps the only boss that listens to our concerns and supports us. He worked 6 days a week, and this past week on his day off he paid to rent one of the courts as a surprise to us so that we could play basketball together, and bought us donuts and coffee. Fast forward to today, where the higher-ups have fired him because apparently they said it was inappropriate of him to host such an event. Also, when they fired him, they told all workers, 10 of us at the time, to stand in the back room, about 4 feet by 4 feet closet, while he packed up his office, which took 30 minutes. They didn't let us even say goodbye. Now they can't understand why we're all quitting. Classic, you get what you deserve. Edit. Basically, we didn't know what was going on until we watched him walk out. Even then, it wasn't quite clear. We were told there was a quick meeting in the back room and then that we had to stay for our safety. He walked out like a king. He gave us a 2-finger salute and said, "See y'all later," like a legend, while eating a wrap that the higher-ups bought for the office people. I've talked to him after this. He is the sweetest person ever and said that despite what happened, he doesn't want anyone quitting because of him, as he doesn't want anyone struggling to find work. He has contacted a lawyer, and he also has his own business if y'all want to show him support. I named his side business in the comments. I don't want to drop the company name that fired him for 2 reasons. 1. I don't want them knowing the lawsuit is coming. 2. I don't want the company coming after me. This is a global company, and if they wanted to, they could ruin not only me but also my chances at my dream job and my own side aspirations. Another edit. Because I don't know why PPL tryna come for me. I was part-time, now I'm full-time as my uni term is up. As I stated above, the room was about that size. I'm sure it was bigger, I didn't measure it. Update. I snooped a look at his termination letter, and it's so funny. They promised to pay him a week's compensation only if he signs a NDA. Ah yes. Condescension of a non-corporate team-building exercise. Classic. 3 months later, the C-suite goes on a team leadership event. Crickets. WTF? That's just tragically ludicrous. Canned for boosting morale and fostering a healthy team dynamic. The people who are actually qualified to be a boss don't want to be one. As you can see, this is exactly why. This and the fact that you often work much longer, usually are on call, and with the amount of time you waste, you make less per hour than an average employee. This doesn't apply if you own the business, of course. We can help you find another job. Literally don't understand why we're not making efforts to create a support network at the very least. Quit that place. Minimum wage jobs are a dime a dozen. Imagine the higher-ups' faces had you walked out with him. All of you better quit. Let the boss take care of the company solo. I did a potluck with my associates and got scolded because I didn't include the entire store and didn't do it in the break room. I'm the manager of a single department, and our department is the farthest from the break room. Meaning if we do something in the break room, other departments will eat our food. Mind you, store-wide appreciation is the responsibility of the store manager, not the department managers. And when they do it, it's a few pizzas that are inevitably eaten up long before anyone in my department can go over to it. I got a gift for one of my field guys last year for filling in where other had quit. He went above and beyond, and I got him a MVP trophy. I was then told, that needs HR approval, like maybe if you gave the recognition I wouldn't have to. Any non-corporate team-building exercise will probably be seen as a suspected union-building meeting. They only want teams that are parroting the approved thoughts and practices. Fill out a police report for false imprisonment? The event is likely just an excuse to fire him. Managers like the one you had tend to also stand up for their employees. Chances are, he rubbed the C-suites the wrong way once and so they decided to fire him. Poor guy. You all need to set up a GoFundMe for him. That would piss off the boss's tears of joy. Absolutely. I would have walked immediately. No. You don't get to do someone dirty like that then continue on as if nothing happened. I hope all the employees quit. Don't quit, unionize and be a major pain in the ass, then quit once it is a union shop. Let us know the facility so we can do what we do. Sadly, this happens in every business. The higher-ups don't want store managers to appreciate their workers. They only want employees to be a puppet on strings. If someone don't comply with their demands, it's instant termination. No fun is allowed at the workplace. Didn't you know that? A useful reminder that this is class war. This wasn't about profits, because what he did cost the shareholders nothing. This was about keeping the workers down. Your manager was fired for committing treason against the shareholder class. The uppers were embarrassed and concerned about having to be human as well. He showed them up, and now must pay. The managers who train others to delegate everything are simply lazy, afraid of personal failure, and wish to have an off-ramp for things going south. I wish the system would quit rewarding riding another person's back to advance.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. ShippoSakura is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.